Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video I'm going to take you through the Forex market wrap and show you the levels that have been tested this week. So going through Euro US dollar first, we spoke about a couple of different levels that we wanted to see tested this week. The first one being around about 1960. Wanted to see price come and retest this previous structure low, and we highlighted the 1.2 level as well, which was also this most recent swing low as well. So I wanted to see price reverse essentially because we had this really nice impulse move the week prior. We were looking for overall targets to be around in 118.30s from this weekly pullback, and now the price is trending to the downside. I was looking for areas for that trend to continue, and now we started to see this daily bearish candlestick form on today. If it closes the way it is, then going into next week we could see some further downside to Euro US dollar, especially now we start going down on that 4-hour time frame, and we can see that the market has started to change trend. What we'd like to see ideally here is a lower high form on the 4-hour time frame for some further downside. We have started to see a slight change in trend, the early sort of changes of trend with regards to this trend line. Nice little break of the trend line in there, so I'm looking for some potential further downside to come on Euro US dollar. But this week hit those key levels we were talking about. Let's see if that follows through going into next week. Pound actually went a little bit higher than we anticipated. So just looking at this 4-hour time frame, we were expecting price to maybe find some resistance up at 139.10 this week, as the strength and weakness highlighted that pound was at a top, which basically shows us that pound is still strong, but could be potentially about to reverse. Now again, we've started to see that sort of 4-hour uptrend, which is the daily retracement phase. Now that we started to see a breakout of that move and a break back below 139.10, I'd expect the market to start moving down again and towards this 137.50. So we didn't quite catch this sort of area where we was hoping. I was hoping that this would be a false breakout and we'd see some downside from this point, but that's why it's important to look at those daily closes and identify the potential in the market once we get back to these resistance levels. If we don't get a daily close that's bearish, then it's more than likely that it's going to continue into the next day to the next resistance point. Aussie was another one that we spoke about. Another couple of key levels that we spoke was about 0.77 and 0.770. We said if the dollar strength was going to continue this week, then we would see potential sellers coming back in at this level. Now, the only problem with that is, again, the market changed cycle at this point, which basically shows us that there is a retracement phase occurring. Price then went up to the next level of resistance of 0.7770, which we liked as well because of all this resistance and support that we've seen recently. And again, the market's starting to change cycle in and around this area. So ideally, if we could see a lower high coming into the 4-hour time frames, it'd be good for to look for shorting opportunities off the back of that. Kiwi Dollar was another market that we like the look of just because of the strength and weakness. And again, look at this daily chart. Following the daily time frame, market's making lower lows and lower highs. We've come back into the key structure area now, starting to see those sellers starting to re-enter the market. We've got longer term targets on Kiwi down towards 0.7, so I'm expecting this market to continue. Also nice 4-hour starting to change trend again. So just looking for some lower highs on the 4-hour time frames. This will give us some good opportunities going into next week. One chart that we did tell you to keep an eye out on was Kiwi Cad, and we discussed the 0.9120 zone and these daily structure lows in here. What we spoke about in particular was the fact that the market had changed trend on the daily time frame after breaking out of this sort of channel up here. We said that it would be a really nice opportunity if price could come back into those lows to look for a short. So hopefully you set some alerts at that point, because price literally just tapped into the level, broke to the downside quite considerably here, and again that was all due to the sort of sentiment data and the strength data that we looked at in the week. We were seeing that Kiwi was starting to lose some value. The Canadian dollar was strong alongside the US dollar. That's why we compare these two together. Daily time frame, a change trend, market come back into resistance, starting to see that selling pressure coming through on this market now. I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the videos this week. Hope you learned a lot. Thanks for watching the video updates, and I'll speak to you in the next one.